Anderson, and I am an academic technology consultant at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I would like to help you get oriented to Moodle. One of the easiest ways to get to Moodle is to start with your browser. Open any of your browsers, but I recommend either Safari if you're on a Mac, or Chrome, or Mozilla Firefox if you are on a PC, and point your browser to moodle.wisc.edu. It's very simple to remember, moodle.wisc.edu. This brings you to the UW-Madison Moodle homepage. Notice over here, all the way to the right, there is a button that says Take me to my courses. Click there to log in. I am already logged in, but if I were not logged in, you would see a page, I would see a page that asked for my net ID or guest login, and you can log in using your net ID. That will bring you to any and all courses that you have for this semester of Moodle, this spring semester of your Moodle courses. Right now, the only course I have listed is the same course that you're in, Sustainable and Socially Just Consumption Spring 2014. Before we go to the course, I do want to point out a few things. If there's something important happening with Moodle that is a global issue across the university, it will go over here on the left-hand side at the top next to News. You can also navigate to any and all of your courses using My Courses under the navigation. If you click on Site Home, it will bring you back to this page, not to the class site. So make sure you know how to do that. You can also change your profile settings under Settings. Let me just click there. You can edit your profile. You can update messages or your blogs. I believe that it is really nice to add a picture so that your instructors and your TAs know who you are and what you look like. Okay, let's enter the course. To enter the course, come right into the center and click right on the title. If there's a note for you, then there will be a little indicator right here. I have an assignment that needs attention, so I will be able to take care of that. For each class listed, there'll be an indicator. So that will help you keep track of any assignments or any attention you need to give to your courses on Moodle. I'm going to click here, and this will bring us to the class homepage. Although it looks like a lot is going on, it's actually a very simple layout. Let's start all the way over at the top on the left-hand side, and notice that there are what we call breadcrumbs. They tell us where we are in the whole scheme of Moodle. If you clicked on My Home, it would take you back to all the courses listed. You are into your courses, and your course that you're in right now is under Human Ecology in Consumer Science. It's the semester you're in, and this is your course. So if you ever get lost, you can use these breadcrumbs to go backwards and forwards. Okay, let's take a look at the navigation. When you're looking at navigation, you can go to the site home, the site pages, or your current course. So make sure you know the difference between trying to get to your current course or the actual homepage that lists all of your courses. One of the nice things that you'll see under navigation is that there's a list of participants. Right now, none of the participants have been added to this course, but when they are, you'll be able to click on participants, and if you need to send a message to any one of those participants and you don't have their email or text, then you can click there and send a message to any of the participants in your course. If you have any other courses that you're using right now, it will be listed under My Courses. All right, here's the calendar on the left-hand side, and these right here, this key kind of tells you what the colors indicate. For example, there are some global events taking place across campus, as well as some group events that are taking place across your class, and those are for everybody. And you'll notice that you've already seen some assignments pop in here, and that gives you a nice idea of when the due dates are. Down here, you will not have too much under settings. You are not going to be looking at all these tools. So let me switch over to student so that you can see what it will look like when you're a student. Okay, there's settings, and you can see there's very few tools. But again, something that might be nice just to help Professor Zepeda and your TAs get to know you as well as the other people in your class is to edit your profile. Now to edit your profile, all you have to do is click on Edit Profile, and it's very simple. Update anything that you would like to update. If you use a different email address than the university email address, you might want to add that there. And you can add a description of yourself. And if you have a great selfie that you'd like to add, you can put it right here. You can also take a picture from your computer just by putting it here. If you want to know what Professor Zepeda, you would like her to know and your TAs to know what you're interested in, as well as some of the other people in your course to help you do some networking, you can add that here. And they'll actually end up as tags so you can search them. And if you have anything that you'd like to add here, you can do that. I do not recommend adding phones, mobile phones, or addresses simply because that's a privacy issue. This is a very well protected site, but anything you don't want the general public to have, or if there was a breach of privacy, I wouldn't put in there. Okay, so that's editing profile. Let's get back to our home page and see what the actual course layout looks like. There's a couple of ways to do that. I can go back over to navigation on the left-hand side and click on Consumer Science 360 Spring 2014, which is the current course. Or if you remember, up here at the top we have breadcrumbs, and I can click on the title of the course right there. So, oops, sorry about that. And there it goes. So that's the left-hand side of your Moodle page. If you click over here, you can again take a look at the participants. You can also see if there's any messages that have been sent out to you or to the class as a whole. So if you do go over here under participants and send a participant a message, they'll see it over here on the right-hand side. Okay, now the center. This is where the meat and potatoes of the course takes place. Here's the news forum, and I recommend checking the news forum whenever you can. If there's something that needs to be updated for the whole class, Professor Zepeda will put it there. The syllabus and schedule are included right here. And you'll also notice over on the right-hand side, there are some check boxes. That helps you keep track of all the tasks that you need to do. So whenever you see something in a Word or PDF, that's something that you will have to download. So you'll click that. So I'll open that up. And it will ask, all right, Moodle, come on, if you want to download it. And just by clicking that, you'll see that it ended up in a number of times in my download folder. I'd click that and it would be able to be opened in Word. Okay. Now the way Professor Zepeda has set this class up is in a chronological order. There are other ways to do it, but this makes the most sense for your class. If I scroll down, you'll see that the class is split up into weeks. There's week 1 and week 2 and week 3. The nice thing about putting it together in a chronological order is that each week is like a little package. Everything that you need to do for that week is right there. So this week number 1, you'll see that there are 3 things that you need to take care of, watch and read on your own, as well as an assignment that you need to write up before you get to your discussion. So the first thing you'll need to do is see the story of stuff. There are a number of ways to take a look at videos. Sometimes they'll be embedded. This time, Professor Zepeda has given you some instructions, which says see a 20-minute film, take notes, use material for writing assignments, and she has given you a link out to the page that has the video on it. Okay, go back to week 1, reading and assignments. I'm going to go back to the home page using the breadcrumbs. We've got 2 PDF readings that you will need to take care of that first week. To get to these readings, you simply click on the title And sometimes it doesn't show up quite as broadly, um, but here are your instructions. Read this and reference for assignment. And here is the link to the PDF. When I click on that, it will take me to my Adobe Reader. Make sure you have that installed on your computer, and the PDF. Once you get through all the scripts, will load. There it is. Okay, so where did your site go? You can press the back key and get back to your site. You can also read the PDF right here in your class, so you don't get too far off and you don't have to go to different windows on your computer. Let's go back here. Now let's say you've gotten to all of your information is read. You've taken some good notes. It's time to write up your assignment. You can do this. What I recommend is doing this on Word or your other word processing, saving that document, and then when this opens, and it's not going to open until January 22nd, as you can see, but when this opens, there'll be another drag and drop box for you to take your folder or your assignment document and drag it and drop it right in there, and it will go to it will be submitted. You'll get a little note that shows you that it has been submitted. When it's graded, you'll see that there. And it also gives you some ideas of the due date so you can keep track of your own time. All right. There's one more thing I'd like to show you. Once you have your assignment graded, you can check your grades by going back over to the left-hand side under Settings and Course Administration, and by clicking simply on Grades. That will take you to your grade, your assignments that are for the class. You can see there they are. Obviously, they're not turned in yet because the class hasn't started. You'll be able to see the grade as well as any feedback or comments that the grader is going to give you. I hope that gives you a little idea of how to get into Moodle and navigate around the course. You can always go to Learn at UW, which is learnuw.wisc.edu. And if you take a look down at the bottom of the page, there is a learning toolbox, and clicking on Students will help you get to different information about how to navigate through Moodle in case you get stuck. You can always go to the KB or the knowledge base by clicking kb.wisc.edu and typing in Moodle or whatever search term you would like to minimize the amount of articles that are popping up. If you have any questions, please ask Professor Zepeda and she can forward those on to me. Have fun and good luck with the class.